All over the internet, all you see are people talking about how the real estate market's going to crash. I've heard people saying that house prices will drop 20%, 30%. One individual I heard said that the pricing was going to drop 50%. Today, we're going to be looking at the factors that would cause such an event and if they're really there. So stick around. I think you're going to like it. So, is there a market crash ahead? There is a lot of people out there that are hoping that this market's going to crash. And quite frankly, I'm kind of hoping the same thing. To a degree, I would feel terrible for people, but at the end of the day, it would give a lot of opportunity that 2008 brought for folks that, quite frankly, it was so new and scary, a lot of people weren't able to capitalize on it. But I really don't want to see it. I'm just kind of being a little facetious. So the first thing we're going to look at right off the bat is mortgage rates and how it's going to impact the market. People believe that as the mortgage rates are increasing, that people will be dropping out of the market like crazy. Now, is that actually the case? So we're going to look a little bit at history to see if that has been the case in the past. One of the quotes out there right now is, while some additional Fed tightening is already backed in today's average mortgage rates, there is an expectation that mortgage rates will continue to increase over the course of the next year. And it really comes down to inflation. As long as we have an inflationary rate going on, they will continue to raise the interest rate to battle it. It's that simple. Once we see inflation start to decrease, then we'll start seeing mortgage rates probably taper off a little bit for a while, then maybe even come back down. Keep in mind, historically speaking, the average mortgage rate was 6.5%. My first home, we were at 7 3/4. So this is, mortgage rates have been going since January of 2022 to today. It's went from 3.11% up to 5.27%. Now, is that going to cause a crash in the market? Not necessarily. What we're going to see is homes are becoming less affordable. Not only are we dealing with rising cost of houses going up, but with those interest rates also, that's going to pose a problem. And this is going to give you a little bit of an idea here. So if we're looking here, your buying power, because it doesn't matter so much when people say, hey, I'm approved for $600,000, I'm approved for $300,000, I'm approved for $100,000. It really always comes down to that monthly payment. Can I afford that monthly payment? I mean, come on, seriously. Who wants to be eating, no brand Kraft mac and cheese? Well, Kraft would be a brand, but no one wants that, right? When the pricing of the interest rate was at 4 3/4, 4.75, let's say your budget was just at $2,100. That's my max budget. I can't go $2,101. As that increase of interest rate gets up to 6%, where would you fall into to keep that $2,100 budget? Well, if you look, it's going to be going below $360. So your buying power would then go from $400,000 to $350,000. So as interest rates go up, your buying power goes down, and then you put that coupled with increasing property values, it's really going to have a huge impact on people's ability to purchase a home, especially if they're waiting to 2023. If they're able to get into the lower rates now, your buying power is bigger. I know it is crazy challenging out there, but on the same token, it could be well worth it. Oh, by the way, wanted to let you know, if you are thinking about purchasing a home, there has never been a better time to get well educated. We're going to invite you to come out to our home buying seminar. It's online, live. We're covering all the mistakes that home buyers make. Now, the big thing, here again, I hear this all over the internet. The foreclosure tsunami is coming. And we hear people talking about how prices are going to drop crazy. Well, if we actually had a foreclosure tsunami come on, then yeah, that would happen. But here again, let's look at the actual data and see. During the COVID times, all those people that went into forbearance, that would be the most likely source of bank loans coming onto the market down the road. The problem is 92% of the 8.2 million homeowners who sought forbearance protection, they're already out. They've already exited the plan. So they have made some type of workout or paid it off. And we're going to look at that a little more in a second here. Now, the initial forecast for people looking to have a forbearance during that time was they were expecting 30% of all mortgages to go into some type of forbearance. And the actuality of it is only 8.6% actually went in. Now, currently, there's only 1.1% of all mortgages that are still in a forbearance state. This is a real important graph. This is going back from May of 2020. We had 8.47% at that point that were in a forbearance, and you can just see how it's declined over this time period. But right now, as of March, we are down to 1.1% of people that still in a forbearance state. We're going to break down how these people are working things out and what the impact on the market has been. Everything in the green area of this graph is they paid in full. They're done. They are out of forbearance. And really what's kind of interesting is 18.9% of those people who actually got a forbearance continue to make their monthly payments. They were just hedging their bet. 6.7% actually just paid the loan off. 11.4% past due payments were brought current. They're out of forbearance. Now, the blue area here, 44.6% were workouts. Now, this could have been any type of loan modification you can think of. There may have been a rate and turn where they adjusted their rate to the current rate, which you remember at that time was crazy low. I've seen them as low as 2 3/4, 2.75, making their payment better. Some type of modification, or they took those weeks that they missed, the months they missed in payments, and they added them to the back end. A lot of people didn't understand when they signed up for that forbearance that they would have to make all that money up at the end of the forbearance. So these were workouts. Now, the last part, 18.4%, they're still in trouble, okay? What that means is 17.1% of them haven't worked out something with their lender as of yet, meaning pushing those payments till the end or doing a rate and turn. Only 1.3% of them have actually done short sales, deed in lieu, or some type of repayment plan. Okay. Now, a short sale, what is a short sale? Back in the day, I was one of the first people that went into short sales. Short sale means that you owe more than what the property is valued at. For the average person, that is not the situation. And I feel for you. If you or someone you know is going through that situation today, please have them reach out to us. Have them reach out to us. There are so many different options that they can do. More than likely, they can actually walk away from it and take money in their pocket. So don't miss out on that opportunity. And please, whatever you do, those signs off the freeway, we buy homes for cash. Heck, we'll pay your closing costs. They're just ripping you off. I don't care if your house needs work. Don't do it. So other possibilities here is Deeds in lieu. A deed in lieu, you're still going, that is a foreclosure, but it is a nice foreclosure, meaning someone has spoken with the bank, said, I cannot make these payments. Instead of this house sitting vacant while you go through the sheriff's auction process, the redemption period process, I will give you this deed back, okay? Sometimes they would give cash for keys back in the day. Now, keep in mind that still, in most circumstances, unless negotiated, the bank still has recourse to go after that individual for losses that they incur due to this foreclosure. So forbearances and seriously delinquent loans continue to decline to pre-pandemic levels. And this is from the Radar Group. Here again, this is saying exactly what I've been saying is in today's market, for the average person, there is absolutely no reason for someone to go through foreclosure. There are things we can do to help you out. This chart is very, very cool. Let me blow this up for you. So here's the average, because keep in mind, foreclosures happen all the time. It wasn't just back in 2008. But you can see on average here, and this is a really cool graph, and this is from the Fed. But 2017, nationally, there was around 314,220 foreclosures. 2020, there was a moratorium going on, and going into 21. That lost inventory back on the market based on the average, we would have to have over 400,000 properties nationally, double the average of 2017, well, close, 2018 and 2019, over double what the average amount of foreclosures nationally was. We'd have to have that happen today, and we just don't see that coming. Everything we're seeing is housing is just going to become less affordable. Are we going to lose buyers out of this market? Absolutely. But I don't know if a seller of a home cares if they go from having 12 offers on that home to having 3 offers. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for the questions. And here again, if you or someone you know is in a situation where they're going to lose their house, or they're just looking for a fast, easy sale, please, A, don't just lose your house. Talk to us. Let's see if there's something we can do to help you. There more than likely is. And B, if you want a fast sell, please don't call the signs on the buy houses for cash, or you see billboards, we'll even pay your closing costs. You are throwing away tens of thousands of dollars of equity that can go in your pocket. And I don't know about you, but 30 grand, if I'm selling my house, I want that 30 grand to go in my pocket, not some flipper. Give us a call if there's anything we can do to help you. Have a great day, and we're here for you. My name's Rich Sparks, Associate Broker, Keller Williams Realty. And I'll talk to you later.